Hare Krishna, welcome to Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 3, Text 15. Nito Vedayasham Bhavita Vivado Madva Amatatmatmar Vilochananam Naisham Vadapoya Ihanatoyam Maye Buddhyate Antaradhati Swayam Smam Mitaha one another Yada when Yesham of them Bhavita will take place Vivadaha quarrel Madhu Amada intoxication by drinking Atmara Vilochananam of their eyes being copper red not Yesham them Vada Upayaha means of disappearance Yan like this Ataha besides this Anyaha alternative Mayi on Sma certainly. So translation and the purport by His Divine Graces Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Its translation: when they quarrel among themselves, influenced by intoxication with their eyes red like copper because of drinking madhu, then only will they disappear, otherwise it will not be possible. On my disappearance, this incident will take place. So please repeat. When they quarrel among themselves, influenced by intoxication, red like copper, because of drinking madhu, then only will they disappear. Otherwise, it will not be possible. On my disappearance, this incident will take place. Purport by His Divine Graces Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. The Lord and His associates appear and disappear by the will of the Lord. They are not subjected to the laws of material nature. No one was able to kill the family of the Lord. Nor was there any possibilities of their natural death by the laws of nature. The only means, therefore, for their disappearance was the make sure as in reveling in intoxication due to drinking. That so-called fighting could also take place by the will of the Lord. Otherwise, there could be no cause of their fighting. Just as Arjuna was made to be illusioned by family affection, and thus the Bhagavad Gita was spoken in any ways of the Lord desires. The pure devotees also enjoy such pastimes of the Lord because they want to see Him happy. Devotees of the Lord never assert independent individuality, nor the contrary. They utilize devotees of the Lord never assert independent individuality, nor on the contrary, they utilize their individuality in pursuit of the desires of the Lord. And this cooperation of the devotees with the Lord makes a perfect scene of the Lord's pastimes. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshunrutamena Tasman Shri Gurve Namaha Chaitanya Maham Vishtam Sthapitam Mena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamaya Dadante Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Jatapadakamram Shri Guru Vaishnavamcha Shri Rupam Sarvadatam Sarvadaparadavitam Tam Sarvaitam Shavadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Radhan Sarvanamita Shri Shalakanvitam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jaganpate Gopeshwar Gopikakanta Radha Kanta Namaste Tapta Kanchana Gaurani Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Karamani Haripriye Vanchakalpadavasya Krapa Sindhuvecha Patyanam Pavanamriyo Vaishnave So today's class is 3:15. So just we going back to the previous verse. 3:14. Just want to recap. After the end of the battle of Kurukshetra, the Lord said that abatement of the earth's great burden, 18 Akshunis, has now been effected with the help of Drona, Bhishma, Arjuna, and Bhima. Both. But what is this? There is still great strength of the Yadu dynasty, born of myself, which may be more unbearable. So yesterday, Shambhavinda Prabhu gave the class on this. So continuing on this, so today's verse. When they quarrel among themselves, influenced by the intoxication with their eyes red like copper because of drinking madhu, then only will they disappear. Otherwise, it will not be possible. On my disappearance, this incident will take place. See, today's class is speaking about the Krishna's family. The previous class, so we are discussing it's not possible to destroy the family of Krishna. So here the same today's class is going on. When they quarrel among themselves, influenced by intoxication. So as the Gita, Ajopisan Navayatma Bhutanam Ishwaropisan. So Lord will appear on his own accord. It's not by any influence of the material nature. So just we take the birth, Karanam Gunasangasya. So we are taking the birth according to our own karma. It's an individual karma. The Lord is not influenced by any of the material nature. Sometimes it seems that the Lord is influenced by this material nature. It is a foolish understanding of this material people. Oh, Krishna also takes birth among us. It's like a human being, they don't understand the greatness of the Lord. So many say the God is great, but how great is Lord? They don't understand. Because to understand this, so we need to go to the Guru. So the point is that many of us, so we don't acknowledge the importance of the taking shelter of the Guru. So when the mind is a Guru, so it is impossible to understand the plans of Supreme Personality of Godhead. R is past tense. Because mind is subjected to the 4 defects. From pramada, vipramsa, karuna, pata. That means we do mistakes. We are in illusion. We are cheating propensity. Our senses are imperfect. So when we have these imperfect, all these senses, and our the mind is the guru, how it is possible to understand the pastimes of Supreme Personality of Godhead? It's not possible. So there are many they say that the Krishna also killed. Krishna also, means God is also can die. God also can die. Means according to their perception. So when Prabhupada went to the West, so many is saying that many of the Westerners, the God is dead. See, from there, that consciousness, he has to rise them up to level of understanding the Supreme Personality of Godhead, then make them to surrender and practice devotional service. So that's why, we need the Guru. So otherwise it's not possible to understand. So at any point of our life, that the pastimes of Supreme Personality of Godhead. That's why we have parampara system. That's why we need a parampara system. It is otherwise, it's not at all possible. All otherwise hodgepodge. Today do this one, tomorrow do other thing. Or maybe today I follow this person, or today I follow this God. They say God, but God is, they don't even understand that God is only one. Even they don't understand that the basic principle, basic thing is that the God is only one. They want to speak of many other things, his creations, his pastimes, his expansions, his devotees. Is complex subject matter. For those who are, the brain is very dull. Those who are in a dull brain, they cannot understand all these things. For them, it is very complex, very, very difficult for them to understand. But once we surrender to the Guru, Adav Guru Ashraya. Adav Guru Ashraya. First thing to understand the subject matter of spiritual, to understand the spiritual subject matter, we need to take the shelter of the spiritual master, bona fide spiritual master. So that is also very, very important. Not any on the street, some big beard or maybe some saffron guy. It's not possible to understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That's why. So here it seems that they quarrel among themselves, influenced by intoxication. Krishna is also giving already they're giving in the writing that how they're going to destroy their own family. Krishna left because Krishna came paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya dushkutam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. Yadayadai dharmasya gnanir bhavati bharata abhyuktanam adharmasya tadatmanam sriram. That means Krishna comes to protect the devotees, to annihilate the miscreants, and to re-establish the religious principle. Because the Brahma was praying, because the earth was overburdened with these asuras. Just like a Prabhu Maharaj came. Why did the Prabhu Maharaj came? Because of the King Vena. Vena was the king, but is very cruel-minded, very arrogant, very intoxicated, and he was all doing the irreligious activities. When there is a irreligion, Krishna says, Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya dushkutam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. So Krishna has to come to re-establish the religious principle. So for that, so he will do many adjustments, because when Krishna comes, he doesn't come, he comes alone. Just like a king, when he comes, when he goes out, he doesn't go out alone. Soldiers, with the entourage, everybody, just like a common minister when he comes, how? So many roadblocks, so many, banners, so many things. What to speak of the king, means king. Now, what to speak of the supreme personality of Godhead? When he comes personally, so then there is so many demigods, all the devatas, everybody, they will take part in his pastimes. Just like the Brahma and King Indra also got bewildered when Krishna comes. What to speak of you and me then? Indra also got bewildered when Krishna comes. What to speak of you and me then? When Lord Brahma is the father of the universe, of course, he is the sub-creator, he himself got bewildered. He bewilders. Krishna can bewilder anyone. It's not possible. It's not like is a very simple matter for him. Just like Arjuna got bewildered. Arjuna is a constant companion of Krishna. He is a constant friend. How you can get bewildered? So there is a Nitya Siddha, Nitya Baddha, Nitya Mukta. Nitya Siddha, Nitya Mukta, Nitya Baddha. Nitya Mukta means what? Is a eternally liberated persons. Eternally liberated. So these kinds of category. But even they can also get bewildered. It's only bewildered according to the plan of Krishna. It's not that they can bewilder themselves. No, it's not like that. So Krishna was doing the pastimes, so he made them bewildered. So then he will do the plans according to the way he wants. So then Arjuna got bewildered then. So because of that, so now we are here to hear about the Bhagavad Gita. So otherwise, how it is possible? Because over the generations, Krishna knew that all this is going to happen. So that's why. So we need to take the shelter of the Guru, the bona fide spiritual master. Otherwise, it is very, very highly impossible. You can see here, when they quarrel among themselves influenced by intoxication. So when we are also saying, by practicing the Bhakti Yoga, the many anarthas will come. Right? Many anarthas will come. Kutinati, Jiva Himsa. So all these are there in the Chaitanya Charitamrita. So when we are practicing the devotional service, the creeper, it has to take one support. Otherwise, it is not possible for the creeper to grow. So Bhaktilata is a creeper. So when it is growing, along with the creeper, there are so grow around the creeper. So we should be very, very careful. We practice the devotional service. So when we are proud among ourselves, because the devotees is what? Sarorape Sahishnuna, Amani Namana Dena, Kirtaniya Sadari. So in order to chant, because that is the purpose of the life, the goal of human life is to understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and the aim of the life to go back home, back to Godhead. So while it is practicing the devotional service, so when all these anarthas will come, when the anarthas will grow, so it will overtake the creeper. Just like you see, when you grow something, not only the seed will grow, but along with the seed, so many the creepers, so many the weeds, so many things will grow. But if it doesn't take care, so like weeding, not giving the water, not giving the fertilizer, but it will overtake, finish, and after that completely finished. So for the devotees also there is a lesson from here. We should not quarrel among themselves. Nobody can destroy the devotees because they are protected. They are protected Daivi Maya. They are protected. Devotees are protected by Daivi Maya. You can see here. महात्मानस्तु महापाता दैवीं प्रकृतिमाश्रिताः भजन्ते अनन्यमनसो ज्ञात्वा भूतादिमव्ययम्. That means, O son of Partha, those who are not bewildered, the great souls are under the protection of the divine nature. They are fully engaged in the devotional service because they know me as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, original and inexhaustible. See, the devotees are means we are talking about the pure devotees. Because, of course, we are trying to be the pure, but still we are under the modes of material nature. We are not, because completely surrendered souls. So once we surrender, so we also means may come to the category, because cannot say now. Of course, one may say that because we are following the pure devotee, we are also pure. But still we are on the path of becoming the pure devotees. We are still not yet pure. Because we are following the pure devotee, because we also can say that we are the pure. Just like the child which takes the knowledge from the father, although the child may be foolish, but he is taking the knowledge from the authority, the father. So whatever he reciprocate, whatever he says, that is also the correct. So but is here, so once we be the pure devotees, they are under the protection of the divine nature. So when we are protected by the divine nature, the three modes of material nature cannot act on the conditioned soul. दैवीयेष गुणवै मममाया निवृत्तया. Bhagavad Gita 7:14. Anyway, it's saying here, so Bhagavad Gita, see, the divine energy of mind consisting of the three modes of material nature, it is difficult to overcome, but those who have surrendered unto me can easily cross beyond it. It is very, very difficult to cross over the material science unless one is protected by the divine nature. It is very, very difficult, because the modes of material nature is very, very trouble. They give because that's why called Daivi Esha Gunamayi. Because this material nature, the Lord Durga Devi holds the trident. Because this represents the three modes. Sattvagun, Rajagun, Tamogun. And also because we are also influenced by the material nature, and we are always subject to always subjected to the this mode. It's very difficult to overcome. So that's why we need to go for the Guru. Yes, we are discussing about the point that so how devotees one should not be so fight among themselves, because as we uh, as we stated here that the modes of material nature, actually we will be influenced by the modes of material nature. So it's very difficult for us to come out from that unless one is protected by the divine nature by Krishna. So we come out from this, and then only we can practice the devotional service uninterruptedly. So otherwise always there is a ups and downs. So there is always, because unless when you fixed up, although Shraddha, Tada Sadhu Sangha, Tata Bhajana Kriya, Tata Anartha Nivritta, Tata Bhava. So that is Bhava stage is the last stage of the devotional service. The Bhava, when it comes to the Bhava, that is the last stage of the devotional service. We cannot reach to the point we cannot reach to the Bhava unless we cannot clear all these the anarthas. So when it is in the anartha stage, so it is very difficult to attain the pure love of God, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says Prema Pumartha Mahan. That is Prema Pumartha Mahan. That means so to attain the love of Godhead, that is the ultimate goal of one's life. So to reach that point, so we need to come out of all these anarthas. Here from the Srimad Bhagavatam 7:15-45, as long as one has to accept a material body with its different parts and paraphernalia, which are not fully under one's control, one must have the lotus feet of his superiors, namely his spiritual master and the spiritual master's predecessors. By their mercy, one can sharpen the sword of knowledge, and with the power of the Supreme Personality of God's mercy, one must then conquer the enemies mentioned above. In this way, the devotee should be able to merge into his own transcendental bliss, and then he may give up his body and resume his spiritual identity. So, in order to get the spiritual identity, Tivere Swarupai Krishnare Nityadas, Mamayvamsa Tivaloka Jivabhuta Sanatana. So we are the part and parcel of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So just we can go to the previous verse. So what are those the qualities? In the conditioned stage, one's conceptions of life are sometimes polluted by the passion and ignorance, so which are exhibited by the attachment, hostility, greed, lamentation, illusion, fear, madness, false prestige, insults, fault finding, deception, envy, intolerance, passion, bewilderment, hunger and sleep. All of these are the enemies. Sometimes one's conceptions are also polluted by goodness. So same thing. So the Yadu dynasty also did. Of course, if the Lord completely is the Krishna's plan, then nobody can destroy them. But So only they fight among themselves. So what is the reason for the fighting? When it should come, when they come to the mode of ignorance and passion. So when we are in the mode of ignorance and passion, so all these qualities is going to get. So in the conditioned stage, one's conception of life was sometimes polluted by passion and ignorance. So because normally we do commit mistakes when we are in the mode of passion and ignorance. So not in the sattva gun. Sattva gun actually when we are in the sattva gun, actually we are in the mode of the goodness means is we have try to come to understanding the spiritual identity. But we are in the mode of passion and ignorance. So all these things will be exhibited in ourselves, which are exhibited by attachment, hostility, greed, lamentation, illusion, fear, madness, false prestige, insult, fault finding, deception, envy, intolerance, passion, bewilderment, anger and sleep. All of these are the enemies. Sometimes one's conceptions are also polluted by goodness. So that's why the Bhagavad Gita also says the same thing. Bhagavad Gita, those situated in the mode of goodness gradually go upwards to the higher planets. Those in the mode of passion live on the earthly planets, and those in the abominable mode of ignorance go down to the hellish worlds. See, so when we are in the modes of material nature, it's very, very difficult to go upwards. That's why in the beginning itself Krishna says, Krishna told to Arjuna, please come out from this the modes of material nature. Traigunya Vishaya Veda, Nistraigunya Bhavo Arjuna. The Vedas deal mainly with the subjects of three modes of material nature. Bhavo Arjuna becomes transcendental to these three modes. Be free from all dualities and from all anxieties and gain for gain and safety, and be established in the self. So Krishna is first thing is telling to Arjuna that to come out from these modes of material nature. When we come out from this material nature, then only we are able to fix up in the devotional service. Otherwise, it's very, very difficult. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said the three modes of material nature, namely the goodness, passion and ignorance, pertain to the material intelligence and not to the spirit soul. By development of the material goodness, one can conquer the modes of passion and ignorance, and by cultivation of the transcendental goodness, one may free oneself even from the material goodness. See, that means the three modes of material nature, namely goodness, passion and ignorance, pertain to the material intelligence. That means as long as we are in the material nature, we are subjected to the modes of material nature. And not the spirit soul, because we should understand that we are not the spirit. Means we understand we are not the body, we are the spirit soul. So when we are in this bewilderment, then it's very difficult to overcome. So when it's soul is not subjected to all this goodness, passion and ignorance, because it is the pure, the part and parcel of Krishna. Just like the particle of the gold which possesses all the standards of the gold mine. Just like the drop of ocean has all the qualities of the ocean. So we are also the part and parcel of Krishna. So we are not belong to this material world. That's why saying you should not be in the modes of material nature. By development of material goodness, that means we should develop the material goodness. One can conquer the modes of passion and ignorance. And by cultivation of the transcendental goodness, one may free oneself even from the material goodness. So we should come out from the material goodness because we should come to the sadhitam. That means we should come to the platform of the pure goodness. Then only we can conquer the modes of ignorance and passion. When the living entity becomes strongly situated in the mode of goodness, then religious principles characterized by devotional service to me become prominent. One can strengthen the mode of goodness by cultivation of those things that are already situated in the goodness, and thus the religious principle arise. Religious principles strengthened by the mode of goodness destroy the influence of passion and ignorance. When the passion and ignorance are overcome, their original cause, irreligion is quickly vanquished. So when we situated Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma, na sochati na kankshati. Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma. When we come to the Brahma Bhuta platform, so then all this irreligion, mode of passion and mode of ignorance all will vanquished, and we can able to situate it in the Vishuddha Sattva. That is Brahma Bhuta platform. Brahma Bhuta platform, there is no lamentation and there is no anchoring. There is no lamentation and no anchoring. Just like we are now want of something and we are fear of something to lose. So we are in that stage. So but we should come to the platform. Then we should come to the platform means we should overcome all these modes of material nature. According to the quality of religious scriptures, water, one's association with one's children or with people in general, the particular place, the time, activities, birth, meditation, chanting of the modes of nature becomes indifferently prominent. The modes. See, being freed from the attachment, fear and the anger being fully absorbed in me and taking refuge in me, many persons in the past become purified by knowledge of me, and they all attain transcendental love of me. So how they attain all this, how they attain the mercy of the Lord, because so they free from the attachment. So when we are in the modes of nature, so we will be illusioned. We are illusioned by the attachment, fear, anger, the intoxication, all these things. But when we are by the mercy of Krishna, when we will be free, so then we will be free from all this attachment, fear, anger being fully absorbed in me and taking refuge in me. Many persons in the past becomes purified by knowledge. So when we have the knowledge, so by knowledge we can actually sharpen our strength. By knowledge, because the knowledge is very important. And these all attain the transcendental love of me. See, actually this was, I want to make a point here. Sometimes the mode of goodness becomes prominent, defeating the mode of passion and ignorance. O son of Bharata, sometimes the mode of passion defeats the goodness and the ignorance. And And at other times, ignorance defeats the goodness and passion. In this way, there is always competition for supremacy. So, because the point was that, so Krishna is telling us that to come to the platform of Vishuddha Sattva, even be in the mode of goodness also, is a problem in the material world. That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, I am not the Gopi Bhatta Padakamalaya, Dasanudasa. I am not the Brahmachari, I am not the Grihastha, I am not the Vanaprastha, I am not the Sannyasi, I am not the Brahmana, I am not the Kshatriya, I am not the Shudra, I am not the Vaishya, I am not this, I am not this, I am not this, I am not this, I am not this. Then what you are? We are all the spirit soul, the part and parcel of the Lord. So when you come to that platform, then only we go back to home, back to Godhead. Because our eternal identification with the Lord is that we are the part and parcel of the Lord. So being affected by these modes of material nature, Daiviyesha Gunamri, means we are the Daivi, means we are influenced by the modes of material nature. So these three modes are actually influencing on us. Because we can see sometimes we go to the temple, sometimes we go to the cinema, sometimes we are not situated fully under the devotional service. So in order to overcome, so we should cross this one, the three modes of material nature, because it's very, very dangerous. So these are the cause of all this religiosity, anger, intoxication. See, the manifestation of the modes of goodness can be experienced when all the gates of the body are illuminated with the knowledge. See, even come to the mode of goodness, that means we have to equip it with the knowledge. Who I am, who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, why I am here, where I am coming from. So what is going to happen? What is creation? So with the knowledge, the same Kunti Maharani also saying, she also said the same thing. With the knowledge, actually, we can cut the knot of the material bondage. With the knowledge, actually, we can cut the bondage of this material nature. So otherwise, we have to take birth again, die again. May not be the human beings. There are so many species of life, 8.4 million species of life. So it may take birth among all these species. It's the same also, whether it is human being or whether live like animal, what is the difference? Human being lives like animal, what is the difference between the animals and the human beings? Because we are meant to understand the purpose of life. Adha the Brahma Jignasa. So if we not come to the Brahma Jignasa, then there is no difference between us and the animals. So that's why we should not be in the modes of material nature. So that we should go to the Guru for the knowledge. So here it is said, here Srimad Bhagavatam. You can see from here, the illusory energy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead binds all of us conditioned souls to this material world. Therefore, without being favored by Him, the persons like us cannot understand how to get out of this illusory energy. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto the Lord, who is the cause of creation and annihilation. So every one of us is bound by the modes of material nature. It's the illusory energy of the Lord. Huh? Only saying here, without being favored by Him. Okay? Without being favored by Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, or His representative, it is not possible to overcome this material nature. So where is the verse that that all these modes of material nature can be overcome by surrendering to the spiritual master? Where is the verse? 5. Shambhavu. Where is the verse that is saying by surrendering to spiritual master we will overcome all the material modes of material nature? See, there is a verse that it is saying, so by surrendering to the spiritual master, we can overcome the modes of material nature. So you can find out the verse.
It's 1087:23. 1087:23. It's not the exact sequence.
No, there is a verse in the 5th or 7th canto. So the mind is like a who have regulated the senses and the breath cannot control. Those in the material world who try to tame the uncontrolled mind, but who abandon the field of the spiritual master encounter hundreds of obstacles in their cultivation of various distasteful aspects. O unborn Lord, they are like a merchants on a boat in the ocean who have failed to attempt their elsewhere. This is not the exact verse, but there is another verse. So anyway, we go back to the today's class. So let us see any other points we are missing. See, in the quarrel among themselves, influenced by intoxication, with their eyes red like copper because of drinking madhu, then only will they disappear. Otherwise, it will not be possible. On my disappearance, the incidents will take place. When Abhay Krishna disappear, So this has happened. So they fought among themselves by intoxication, and they all left the. Of course, Krishna left behind the Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, all this knowledge, because Krishna is omnipotent. It's everywhere. At any point, we cannot take out Krishna from this material world. Even if Krishna goes out personally. That's why this Kali Yuga. So we can understand, we can realize the Supreme Personality of Godhead by the reading of scriptures. So Krishna and the Bhagavad Gita Bhagavatam is not different. The same. Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam. So anything which is related to Krishna is as good as Krishna himself. That's why we should take the advantage of this Kali Yuga, just to chant this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, to even understand about Krishna. It's even enough. This chanting Hare Krishna is enough for this Kali Yuga. So to chant this Hare Krishna, because we need the knowledge. That's why we have to, all these things we have to read. To need to read and fix up. So Kali Yuga, Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama Kevalam, Kalo Nasteva, Gatirannita. So just chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Just to chant this mantra, then we can realize and able to overcome this material modes of material nature also. That's why, so we need to attend class, we need to wake up for Mangalarti, we have to do every day. So we have to be in the mode of Shuddha Sattva. Then only we can sail through easily. Otherwise, it is not possible. So I'm going to end the class here. Do you have any points to be added? Any comments?
Prabhu, you mentioned that Parampara system is the only way to know God.
Yeah.
Now, as per this, when the Krishna mentioned that there are 4 sampradayas in order to know Him. Now, there are many such routes established in the world. So, what is the authenticity of such other ways? They say we can know God our own way. It's clearly against what Krishna has told. So, what is the stance on that?
There is a verse, Smriti Purana Adi. Can you take a verse?
Many schools of thought have their own way, where they have their own sadhana, their own spiritual practices.
Bhagavad Gita. 70?
7.3.
Okay. See here, it is written by Srila Rupa Goswami with the Acharya for Sampradaya. He is a direct disciple of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is not different from Krishna. He is Rupa Goswami is saying, Shruti Smriti Puranadi Pancharatrika Vidhi Vinaha Aikantika Hare Bhakti Upparata Eva Kalpate. Devotion service to the Lord that ignores the authorized literatures like the Upanishads, Puranas, Narada Pancharatra is simply an unnecessary disturbance in the society. One who is not following the Parampara system is only just an unnecessary disturbance in the society. So these are the people are like that. There are many what you are mentioning here. So the so-called all the schools, the so-called gurus who are not in the Parampara, who are not bona fide, following the bona fide scriptures, it is unnecessary the disturbance in the society. There is nothing more.
Many people are being so-called saved, or they're getting realized, or they're getting knowledge. So, what do you have to say for that?
So there was sloka. The so-called the realization where realization is a matter of only how to eat, how to defend, how to make. So, but this is not the realization. Realization means what?
It's more based on the popularity Prabhu. They gain, no? They have a lot of people coming to their gatherings, the pravachananas. So based on that, they claim the.
Okay, the realization means what? This is the Bhagavatam says. So they are not the above the Bhagavatam, no?
Yes.
They are not the above the Bhagavatam. So these three occur simultaneously for one who has taken the shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In the same way that pleasure, nourishment and the relief from the hunger can simultaneously and increasingly with each bite of a person engaged in eating. So those who are claiming that they're saving the whole world, so the followers they should come to this platform. But devotion, direct experience of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, detachment from the material things. The person who is following, is saying Bhagavad Gita, they are reading Bhagavad Gita, they are following some guru, XYZ, but they are following all these things, sense gratification, meat eating, intoxication, illicit sex. Then where is the way, what they are saving the world? They cannot save themselves first of all. What is saving of others? So if the saving means if they are truly the following, the bona fide the spiritual master means, these things they happen simultaneously. Even not to the one, three directly, Bhagavatam says. Devotion. If the teaching, if they should what? They get the devotion. Devotion on who? Krishna. They get the devotion on Krishna. The guru cannot claim that I am the guru. Into the devotion means on who? The God, is Krishna. The direct experience. It's not like one way, just only theoretical. Practical both, reciprocate. The Lord will reciprocate. And the detachment from the other things. If these three things are not happening, we can write down is the bogus. If anybody says I am following this XYZ, because nowadays everyone claims I am big followers, I am very famous. It is not because it goes according to the masses. So we need one single moon, not the many stars. That's why you can see one more sloka from the Bhagavatam. Those persons to the knowledge of the ultimate truth have many subject matters for hearing in the human society. So they don't have the knowledge of the ultimate truth. They have many subject matters of hearing. So that means they follow many the people. Of Bhagavatam. Anyway, so this is the point. They cannot have any conclusion. You don't take the authority, first of all. So authority is a Krishna, first of all you have to accept that. So without accepting him, how they can go forward? It's not possible. So any other things? Any questions on this? So if you don't have any questions, we're going to end the class here. Gandha Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Jai Gau Premanande.